You wouldn't believe what I found on my lawn this morning. Piles of trash, broken furniture, and used bags shoved under my hedges. Are you saying your neighbors turned your yard into a dump? That's serious. Did the HOA send any notice before this happened? No notice. I woke up, walked out, and there it was. I called the HOA and they put a citation on my door saying I'm the one violating the maintenance rules. That doesn't make sense. Did you get photos or video of who dumped the stuff? I did. My doorbell camera caught 2 trucks, 3 people tossing things over the fence, and 1 person I recognized from the cul-de-sac. I uploaded timestamps and the footage to the HOA portal. We investigated similar complaints last month. The board sometimes acts fast, but they still need to follow proper procedures, especially when fines are involved. I showed the footage to the HOA rep and they ignored it. Instead, they claimed the pile came from my property and issued a fine. They told me to remove the debris within 24 hours or face escalating penalties. That's rough. You shouldn't be punished for someone else's trash. I'll need to see the footage and any receipts or communication you've had with the HOA. Here, officer. The video is timestamped. You can see the trucks, the license plate partially visible, and the people dumping. I also have my neighbor group chat where someone joked about clearing out our excess near my house the night before. Good. This is exactly the kind of evidence we need. The first step is to document the chain of events and file an official report. The HOA can't legally fine you if the violation is not yours and if they didn't follow notice procedures. They already posted a notice and left a fine envelope. I cleaned some of it up because I couldn't leave hazardous stuff, but I kept evidence and photos of the unhandled pieces. That was sensible. Mitigating immediate hazards is okay, but preserving proof is important. We'll catalog what you removed and what remained. I'll take statements from you and the HOA rep, and we'll request the original footage from the HOA portal. Will the HOA withdraw the fine? If the evidence clearly shows third-party dumping and the HOA failed to follow proper notification rules, they should rescind their citation. If they don't, you can appeal in small claims or through a community hearing. The bigger issue is identifying and holding the actual dumpers accountable. I want the HOA to stop punishing people unfairly. I also want my yard cleaned and the responsible neighbors to pay for the damage. I understand. I'll contact Code Enforcement and the Sanitation Division to document any environmental concerns. We can also issue trespass or illegal dumping citations to the parties captured on video, if we can positively identify them from plates or witnesses. Could this be considered harassment by the HOA, since they targeted me without checking evidence? If the HOA selectively enforces and doesn't follow their own rules, that's a governance problem. There are processes for filing complaints against the board, collect signatures, demand transparency of meeting minutes, and pursue legal counsel if necessary. Okay, what should I do next while you handle the report? Keep the footage safe. Share copies with us and with a neighbor you trust. Preserve any receipts for cleanup costs. Don't confront the suspected dumpers, let us handle enforcement. And ask the HOA in writing to withdraw the fine while the investigation is ongoing. I'll do that. I want neighbors to feel safe and rules to be fair, not weaponized. That's the point of community standards, fairness and safety. We'll do our part to enforce the law, and you should hold the HOA to their rules as well. Thank you. I just want this resolved and my yard returned to normal. Understood. File this statement, and I'll follow up with citations and evidence requests. If the HOA refuses to cooperate, I'll advise on next legal steps. Will you keep me updated? Yes, expect a call and an official case number. Meanwhile, post the question to the neighborhood group. Has anyone else experienced dumping? That helps establish a pattern. Got it. Thanks for coming quickly and for listening. You did everything right, documenting, mitigating hazards, and involving law enforcement calmly. We'll get this sorted. Update. We reviewed the footage, contacted Code Enforcement, and issued citations to the individuals who dumped. The HOA rescinded their fine after we presented the evidence. That's a relief. Did they agree to cover cleanup costs? The county sanitation office documented the site and billed the parties responsible where possible. The HOA has also been instructed to follow its own notice, procedures, and to hold a community meeting to address enforcement practices. I'll post the footage and the report to the neighborhood portal and ask for signatures for the meeting. I want transparency and better procedures going forward. That's a reasonable next step. Keep copies of everything and consult an attorney if the HOA resists. Holding a public meeting will help repair trust. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Tell us in the comments below.